My primary practice is representing individuals and small companies going against what is most of the time big companies, whether it's oil and gas companies, insurance companies, or bigger entities out there. And they play on the idea that you cannot afford the time or the money to fight them. My practice is built around fighting those guys. The insurance companies have lots of lawyers working for them to try and protect their rights. But the individual agents and insurance adjusters oftentimes do anything that they can to keep from paying a claim. And when an insurance company isn't paying your claim, that's when you need to be talking to an attorney to make sure that they're not doing something that's wrong. But other things that they do is they will actually forge documents. We routinely catch adjusters or agents forging documents. Another thing that they do is they will cite portions of your insurance contract and say, here's why we're not paying you, when they're taking that out of context, or it's just something that's in the contract that's not legally binding in the state of Texas. These are reasons why you need to be looking at it or talking to an insurance law attorney to help you with your claims. One thing about real estate law, a lot of people think it's something you can do on your own. They get forms and documents off the internet or out of manuals or books that they've seen somewhere. This is a source of a lot of litigation. It's a big mistake that most people make. When you try to draft a document yourself and it's not done properly, you essentially have a void transaction or voidable transaction. In other words, this piece of property that you bought for $100,000 or $1 million may be worthless if you haven't done the paperwork properly on it. And of course, that's what you hire an attorney for, is to make sure it's right. In an oil and gas leak, there's probably about 20 paragraphs. The paragraphs relating to your bonus and royalty, those are 2 of those paragraphs. To ignore the rest of those is making, like I said, a big mistake. The oil and gas companies pay big bucks to landmen and to lawyers to review the leases and negotiate the leases. Yet the landowner talks to his neighbor next door and decides whether it's a good deal or not. Folks, you gotta have a lawyer look at these things. We're not talking about a signing bonus of a couple of $100. We're talking about potentially millions of dollars in royalties on a bigger lease, and certainly thousands of dollars even on a smaller lease for the folks who have the just residential lots, such as in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You've got to have a lawyer look at these leases. When one of these oil and gas companies or an insurance company is giving you a difficult time, it can be very frustrating. You want to give up. Most of my practice is devoted to helping people who really can't afford to fight the big companies. They can't come up with the big bucks. And so there's numerous cases that I can think of, or that's the majority of my practice, probably, of helping people who really can't help themselves that much.